Well, hello, parents. My name is Dan Moderman, and if you're getting this video, it's because your son or daughter is in my Honors 10 English class. I just wanted to take a few minutes to explain to you what we're going to be doing in our next unit. It's something that I mentioned in my introductory video at the beginning of the trimester, but I thought it would be important to reiterate what we're going to be doing for the rest of the trimester. We just finished reading To Kill a Mockingbird. Your son or daughter is working on a paper, and a draft is due tomorrow. But one of the motifs of To Kill a Mockingbird is that you never understand a person until you look at things from his or her point of view, until you climb into his skin and walk around in it. And with our next unit, that's exactly what we're going to be doing. I've entitled it a social justice unit, but what it really is about is having your son or daughter look at things from somebody else's perspective. So, let me, I guess, first start by saying what this isn't. Okay. And I talked to the students about this today. This is not Dan Moderman trying to indoctrinate the students to some philosophy or way of thinking. And actually, it's just the opposite. I want them to think for themselves. I want to expose them to some different books, books of their choice about different topics that will hopefully help them understand a little bit about inequity. And that inequity is looking at inequity in legal representation, inequity in sentencing, inequity in access to water, inequity in medical coverage, inequity in a variety of different areas. And this can be a local issue, a state issue, a national issue, or an international issue. And what we did today was I have purchased about 20 different books on a variety of different issues. And I went through them today and talked to the students about them. And then we did what we call a book tasting, kind of like a food tasting, where I put the books out and the students had time to walk around the room and look at the books, read a little bit of them, find out what they're about, read the backs, etc. And then they chose three that they would be interested in reading. One of the things I emphasize to them is that when they're making their choice, to consider the values that you have in your home. I'm a huge supporter of the right to read, but I am also a huge supporter of parents being able to speak into their kids' lives. And I don't want to challenge or contradict the values that you're trying to embed in your students' lives. I've spoken to some of you during the conference time yesterday about this unit and got a variety of different perspectives, and I appreciate that. So, in the end, if your son or daughter brings home a book that does not match up with the values you have at home, please just let me know and we'll find them another book. I'm hoping that they made good choices, choices that would coincide with the things that you're trying to teach them. And that I'm hoping this experience will be valuable for them in doing exactly what we learned at the end of Mockingbird, looking at things from another's perspective rather than just walking in our own perspective all the time. We are going to be looking at doing some research on there using MLA format, finding good, valid, vetted, and verified sources, and looking at what is the history of this inequity, what are the causes of this inequity, what are the effects of this inequity, and then ultimately, what are some things that we can do to solve this problem. I hope that it's a great research project and a great experience for your son or daughter. So please let me know if you have any questions. Shoot me an email. If you want a copy of the book yourself, I have extra copies. I already have one parent who's going to be reading the book alongside of his daughter because he's interested in the same topic. I really just want this to be a positive experience for the students and for our class and for your family as well if you're interested in participating. I just thought it would be appropriate to send out this video to let you know why we were doing this and how we're going to go about doing this so that when you see this book arrive, you know what's going on. Thank you again for the opportunity to work with your sons and daughters and for trusting them with me. I really enjoy working with them every day, and I appreciate this time to be able to share what we're doing in class with each of you. Have a great night.